You people really cannot go 2 hours without your pornography. I was introduced to this new movie, Poor Things, which looked right up my alley. It seemed weird and whimsical and creepy, science-y and Victorian-esque, all the things that I am. Being both an ardent researcher and a busy mom, I'm going to make sure that the thing I wish to invest time into is worth my time. So of course, I watched reviews. It took about 15 videos, all of which were glowing reviews, until someone thought to bring up that this movie was extremely graphically pornographic. Of course, I was shocked by this, especially considering the premise is a child's brain being transplanted into a woman's body, which, by the way, is an extremely pro-life view, whether these godless heathens in Hollywood realize it or not. The whole movie, unfortunately, acknowledges the humanity of an unborn child, but let's move on, shall we? It took over 15 videos for someone to bring up that this movie is extremely pornographic, and even then, they didn't mention it in a negative way. We have so normalized straight-up pornography that when it's present in movies or TV shows, we don't even call it out anymore. We don't even call it what it is. I see you hypocritical and pervy Christians making up reasons to watch porn just because there's also tortures and dragons in it too. And these same people who, yes, seek to push their corrupt, disordered lack of morality on others are the ones who scream when others point out how wrong they are and accuse others of trying to push their beliefs upon them. Here's the thing. There's a difference between doing something and not doing something. I know it's really hard to grasp. People who seek virtue will say, "This is wrong, therefore I will not do it." Others who disagree with this lack of doing something, not watching porn, not having promiscuous sex, not having abortions, will see this and rail against it. They will say that these moral people are insecure. Oh, she won't watch dirty things because she's insecure about her body. In fact, the insecure ones are they who are inclined to have wrath towards someone for not sharing their belief system and participating in their moral failing. And that's because those people require validation for their lifestyle. They always say that others are how they feel themselves, because they are so self-absorbed they cannot comprehend outside of their own minds. I'm sure it has something to do with the lack of self-control, processes in the brain, yada yada. The point is that morally disordered people see no issues with immorality. Shock. That's why they don't bring up obvious moral failings when they see them, because they don't see them. So here I will tell you. This movie, Poor Things, has been described as graphically pornographic in a positive way. And it's sad that these people cannot separate goodness and beauty and wonder from the lower parts of themselves. It's sad when they don't let beauty be elevated, or if it is, they balance it out with the ugly. The human form is not bad. It is beautiful. It is when it is demeaned for selfish purposes that the act of showing it becomes malicious against itself. For everything there is a place and time, and the place and time often dictates the beauty of the thing. A sudden beautiful snowfall in May would be disastrous, much like how use of our beautiful life-creating bodies have a proper place and time too. And no, darlings, that proper place and time will never be to show it to an audience while using it in ways it was not created for. I read Emma Stone's family will not see the movie due to the pornographic parts. Now, why would that make them uncomfortable? It's because there is never a proper time to watch someone's loved one engaging in gratuitous sexual acts. One must scorn the lack of morality in order to elevate beauty. I'm Regina Lux with Veritas on the Rocks. Ignite the truth and boldly go.